Hi guys, so these are all the makeup brushes that I've accumulated over the years and they're all used for really different things. So this top row is mostly face brushes, then this is eye brushes, and then these smaller ones are mostly travel brushes because they are smaller, they fit better in bags and pouches. This is a brush I use for application of loose powder, so it's usually going to be very full and fluffy and it's great for application of loose powder. This is a flat foundation brush. It's actually MAC's most popular foundation brush. It's called 190 and it's basically for easy application. It glides on really smoothly and it's a flat brush. It's just very easy to use. These two are again foundation brushes. One is from Smashbox, one is from MAC. We have a round head which is firm towards the end. In that they are very different from the flat brush. You use a dab technique to apply foundation. It's called stippling and it's very good if you want to pack in a lot more product. It's good if you've got open pores or oily skin. So this is the kind of face brush you should be using if you have that kind of oily skin. This is again the same kind of product. It's just another brush from Smashbox and they're both round headed and firmer towards the ends. So I actually don't wear a lot of foundation, so I will use these two brushes to wear my blush on, and I will use the same stippling technique that I just taught you guys to do that. I will use this to actually wear blush on onto the apple of my cheeks. There are three ways to wear blush on. One is on top of your entire cheekbone, one is under your cheekbone, and one is on the apple of your cheek. So it depends on what brush you're using. This is a blush on brush. It's called the blush brush from Right Techniques, and it basically really is just amazing. I love this one as well. It just gives a really nice soft look to your face. You can use it to wear blush on. I definitely recommend getting one of these if you love blush on as much as I do. Yeah. And now this one is a highlighter brush. I think a lot of people don't end up investing in this because they feel they can use any brush to wear highlighter. I think not, because you can make the very common mistake of wearing too much highlighter and looking too glittery, and that's, I think, a very common mistake a lot of people make. Okay, so now these are my eye brushes. This is the first one. It's very pointy, so it really helps me get into the corner of my eye if I want to do a pop color into the corner of my eye, or I want to just do a really smooth wing eyeliner. I'll use this brush to make like a really perfect line. Then this one is one of my most expensive brushes that I basically got duped into buying from Tom Ford. It's actually an eyeliner brush, so if you use the pot, then this works really well. So basically only if you are using a pot eyeliner, then it makes sense to have this kind of a flat brush for your eyeliner. Now these brushes are for applying your eyeshadow. So this one is a blending brush. It just like really helps to blend all the eyeshadow, which is the most important part of wearing eyeshadow. You need to keep blending. Okay, so this is another brush from Morphe. It's soft and dense, but it's also tapered towards the end, so it's a little fuller towards the bottom. And this actually works really great as a crease brush. And it just really helps to blend in the product as well as apply it into the crease of your eye. The next one is again a tapered brush, but it's more wider, and this is really good to get in the product onto the lid of your eye. It helps to basically apply all over the lid really smoothly. The application happens really nicely and easily. For blending, this is another eye makeup brush, pretty basic. Use it for blending, use it for applying product, use it to get into your brow bone, whatever you like. It's quite versatile. So I mean, at least 3 or 4 good brushes are needed to do your eye makeup, and you just need to look for like an angled brush, a fuller brush, a blending brush, one that can help you get in a lot more product, and that you should be good. Now these are all my travel babies, and I think I love them the most. This one is a foundation brush. It basically gives you very little coverage just because of the sheer size of the brush. It's really large headed, so it's going to absorb a lot of product, but it's so quick. It's just like you put in the foundation and your face is done within like 2 seconds, but it does eat up a lot of your foundation, so you need to be wary of that. I think the second one everybody knows about, everybody loves. It's the beauty blender. It goes with me everywhere. It's really easy. I use it to do my under eyes, I use it to do my foundation, I use it to do my blush on. It's literally one of those all in one, and you can never have enough beauty blenders. I love this one. This is again a blush brush that I got from Sephora. The reason I like this is because you can basically open and close it, and it comes with a little cap, so it's really easy to like throw it into your purse or your bag, and it just stays nice and clean, so it's really easy to travel with. It's not the best blush brush, but I like it because it has a cap. And then this last one is actually from Givenchy. It came with the highlighter palette, and even though the palette finished, I just saved this one because it's really tiny and it's really nice, and it just does the job, and it highlights so well. It's much softer than the Smashbox one actually, which goes to show the difference that investing in a good brush makes, because the application is actually a lot better than the Givenchy with the Givenchy than with the Smashbox. So I mean, if you're gonna buy a few brushes, just make sure you get them from the right place. They're not always going to have to be expensive. So one of the brands that I absolutely love is Morphe. They have some really good quality but affordable brushes. Lastly, I want to say that I don't claim to be a beauty expert. All this knowledge has been accumulated through a lot of research.